What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. Navigator, the big Horizon operating system update that was teased last year at Meta Connect, is finally here. It should be rolling out to most of your headsets by the time you watch this video. I've had access to Navigator for a while, so in this video, we're going to walk through all the steps of it, what's new, what's different, show you where to find everything, and if I miss anything, feel free to ask me down in the comments below. To start, rather than me just start rambling, I'm actually going to take you through the official tutorial that Meta has, and then I'll do a guided tour after that. The first time you load into Navigator, this should be what loads is the tutorial you're about to watch.
The meta button lets you get where you want to go. Find it on your right controller or in front of you. You can also look at your right palm at eye level and quickly pinch your thumb and index finger together, then release.
Okay, there we go.
This is the Navigator. It's always here to help you find what you need, like your apps and more. Scroll up and down using the thumbstick on your controller to see all the apps in your library.
Scrolling
To experience full immersion, select the highlighted app. Use the trigger on your controller to select. Look around at your stunning surroundings. This is just the beginning of all you'll be able to explore.
It's not going to be this choppy. That's just happening because I'm recording. I've already gone through this tutorial twice, and I can see the screen tearing. I'm not sure if this is going to come through in the video, but that's literally because I just hit record to do this.
When you're ready to switch to something else or quit an app, press the Meta button to show the Navigator again. To quit an app, select Quit at the bottom of the Navigator. You'll also be able to just select the next place you want to visit.
That's going to be new. Your quit button is going to move down here to the lower left. I'm pretty much just used to it now. So let's just hit quit.
Some apps open in windows that you can customize to watch and work how you want. Select the highlighted app to see it open in a window. Use the controls below each window to adjust what you see. Practice now by trying out Theater View.
This shouldn't be any different to anyone who is used to the Quest ecosystem. So let's just click, go into theater mode.
Watch your favorite shows, live events, and more on a large screen, just like your own home theater. When you're ready, close Theater View.
And just click that close theater view again.
You can show or hide all your windows anytime. Select Hide Windows to hide this one now.
It's another new button. This will be at the bottom of the screen whenever you are not in full-on Navigator mode. So just click that and everything goes away.
Your windows are now hidden. To show them again, first press the Meta button to open the Navigator. Then, select Show Windows to see all your hidden windows again.
And show everything.
When you want to close a window, select Close from the controls below the window.
Again, this part isn't new. Like I said, theater mode and all that, it just looks a little bit different.
Well done! Now you know how to find your way around with the Navigator.
Okay, so with tutorial over, let's just go through a few things. When you hit the right menu button, it'll bring up the full Navigator window now. Your sorting options have moved from the top to the right. So right now I'm in, let's just go to all, which includes all the Horizon World stuff, which, you know, we don't particularly care for, at least I don't. Horizon is now pinned inside your app menu. You cannot remove it. So if you want to get to just your applications, look over here on the left. Right now I'm in the all view, which I think is the default when you first come in the Navigator. I'll just hit apps and that'll get rid of all the Horizon stuff, all the Horizon worlds, because all that's going to be contained in this subcategory. Everything's set to all here, so showing all the apps I don't have installed, so you can navigate that down to just installed. Sort this by A to Z or recent apps. You can also very quickly pin apps to the top. I haven't changed any of these except pinning helps and tips, so I can get to that tutorial quicker. But it's very simple. Just click on the three dots, because I'm going to get rid of Horizon Feed. I don't really care to have that pinned, and unpin that. People, don't really need that. Browser, I want to keep pinned because I do a lot of multitasking stuff. And then let's pin some of my favorite games. Demio, I've got hundreds of hours in that game. Let's pin that one up top. Where's Tetris? Where's Tetris? I play a lot of Tetris. Let's pin that one up top. You just see it, like, it scrolls you all the way up to the top, and now you're at your pinned apps. Let's see, we go through. We got apps. There's Horizon Worlds. I'm never going to spend any time in this category. Horizon Plus, formerly known as Quest Plus, is where your subscription service apps are. If you want to just narrow it down to just those do still show up under the apps category itself. But if you want to see what's in that service, there's now the tab for that. All probably 50 or 60 games I've gotten from that service. Unknown sources are, again, like side-loaded apps and anything you might have used SideQuest to put onto your headset. Downloads is just a list of your recent downloads for anything that may have come in. App updates. This is a quick way to find out if any of your apps have gotten updated. The big change here is going to be your toolbar here at the bottom. So going through each one by one. Your first one is environment options. That just takes you from the immersive environment I'm in right now into pass-through, which I'm staring at my wall, so not the most interesting thing to look at. So we'll go back into this. Your camera icon, I'm recording, that's why that red dot is there. Your navigator button will hide the navigator. It's the same thing as just pressing your menu button. I just click this, it goes away, and then bring it back. Library is very self-explanatory. Show windows was covered in the tutorial. You can show or hide your windows there. And there's your notifications. I forgot to turn that on so my headset will charge. Here are your quick controls. This is going to look a little bit different than what you're used to, but yeah, okay. I don't care about PC Link right now. This will look a little bit different than what you're used to, but all the functionality is still the same. You can change your boundary here. If you're connected to a PC, you can get in there. Here's your brightness. Here's your volume. Basically your mission control, and you can quick hop to all your full settings using that button. Reset view, it's just the same as holding down the right menu button. Travel mode is for if you're on an airplane or in your car. None of this is really new. None of the functionality here is new. Everything's just presented differently. And then this last icon here is your profile, which there's my profile with my old thick self. Another quick bit on browsing within, not so much within the game itself, but let's just say I've got like helps and tips open here. Usually when you minimize, that stuff would go away. Now if you hit minimize, very similar to Windows, now you get a little box here where you can just quickly reopen that, and that you can do that for several apps at a time. So I've got helps and tips, minimize here. Bring up the Horizon store, let's minimize that. And now there's another button at the bottom there. Little icon. What's another one? I don't really like Horizon events, but sure, we'll just open that. Let this load. I very rarely open this. It's probably gonna take a while. It'd be really nice to have the achievements app back, but you know, that's a whole different rant altogether. So now if I have all this stuff minimized and I just want to open something real quick, like the store for instance, I can just click on that and it opens right away. So overall, I really like Navigator. It's just a sleeker, quicker way to get in and out of everything you really care about. I hope they're gonna add down the line being able to like classify your games into specific categories. So if you want to, let's say, group all your shooters together, or like puzzle games together, or games you completed, or games on your backlog, I'm hoping that they add dynamic categories down the line. That is not the part of this tutorial. That's just me wish casting some stuff out there. So again, to very quickly go through it, environmental options at the bottom, then your camera, your navigator button, which will close or hide the navigator, your full library, which is what we're looking at right now, show the windows or hide the windows to bring everything back up, a notification center, none of that's changed there. There are your quick controls, which looks very much like the mission control you're used to, and then your profile at the bottom right. And if you click the three dots, every app you have has this. If you click the three dots, you'll have your option to pin it, to lock it, meaning you can't move it or delete it or shift it around or anything. You can hide it if there's, let's just say there's a demo or a trial that you downloaded for a game that was only 15 or 30 minutes and it's still showing in your library. You can click hide, which will hide it out of your main library. And you can filter down the hidden, which is where I put all my demos here, to get back to that. So for instance, there are some games that used to be on Horizon Plus, Quest Plus, whatever it's called, that I no longer have access to. I've hidden those so they don't eat up space in my library scroll. One thing that I will say doesn't seem to function very well right now is the multitasking function. So when I had Tetris open, and I'll show this on the video as I'm talking over it, when I had Tetris open and then I opened up a YouTube video and I had it over here to the right, the controls would not respond within the app itself. I have passed that on to the meta team and hopefully they get that fixed. So that's it for a tutorial. If you have any questions about Navigator, again, feel free to let me know down in the comments. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next one.